So basically a normal type of a structure. It runs from the higher level to the down level. The only speciality in this company you can say is that it is employee friendly company and make the employees comfortable and happy working conditions so that they can give a better output. HR is basically human resources. No company exists without human resources, right? So the human resources are the main nerve center of any company. So to manage human resources and for optimum utilization of the human resources for the benefit of the company, and at the same time making the employees happy, is the main crux of the whole business activity. Personally, I feel. In 2012 April, we backed this RFP for deploying 5,480 machines in Maharashtra region. That was the starting point of our company. We didn't have an office, we didn't have resources, we didn't have anything. But it was a challenge. We had an order in the hand, but we didn't have the resources to execute it. We started with, you can say we started from the basic things, to have an office, to have basic things in office, to run an office, then to recruit people, and then recruit the top management, middle management, lower management, so that we can complete the RFP, from which we have backed the order from the government. We didn't have an office. We backed the order in 2011 April. 12. And
what was the employee strength that time?
No, when we had backed the order, we did not have a single employee. We had a small office which was around 300 square feet office, mezzanine floor, that's all. We backed it, and we needed nearly 2 to 300 crores of money to execute this order. But then it was a challenge. We somehow managed to get investors into it. You won't believe, before we had an office, we were already 10 people were working from home all over in Mumbai. No, we paid them. They left their jobs and joined us fully, having confidence, yes, these guys can do it. And June month we paid money, and July 1st we had an office. 2012, that was around 2,300 square feet office. We started with 2, 3, 4, 10 employees before, and then slowly we have around 200 employees. And then we were first in Powai Plaza, then we shifted to this office with investments, and we also poured in from our own money, and we had to recruit the right guys, so that the project which we have taken, we have already executed it. We have already deployed around 5,000 ATMs which we had taken from the government. Okay, now we have got 2-3 more orders, Canara Bank, Dena Bank, Bank of India. After all this, we are now going to Canara we have already executed. Now we have to execute Bank of Baroda and Dena Bank. It's remaining now. And basically, while recruiting, I wanted to see that special thing in a person everywhere. I don't want to do only rota work. I wanted something, a fire in the belly. Yes, each person has something that can do something more than work. They wanted growth in them. See, there are already ATM companies which are existing in India. There are around 7 to 8 ATM companies. There is already a market for this sort of this sort of people which we want. Okay. So we chose from people who are there, and some from the present, the best ones which are there present ATM companies, and also we had a tie-up with we had outsourced our HR initially to get the best. So we screened what kind of people we actually want, and we recruited them.
Okay.
Since this is already existing market, ATM is already there. I think we are the 8th or the 9th company which is there in India. Except for the technology portion, most of them, like in admin, so you don't need the technical people. In accounts, you need the accounting background. In services team, you need a little bit of technology, and the technology department needs technology. Only these two kind of the thing they need a specialized kind of a skill. Otherwise, other things too, normally it is there. And CFO, we need it, that's also an accounting background. That's all. So specialized field means we need for servicing and technology. That's all. And for marketing, regular marketing, which is there in all the ATM industry, or which is there in every other IT related companies. It is there. So that is not a special thing which we now we have also expanded to Africa. Yes. If you see the current scenario, people keep hopping from one job to another job. If I give you 5,000 rupees extra, people jump to the next, right? How will I retain my employee? Is the biggest challenge which is faced by HR today. The best talents, especially if you have good employees, how will you retain them? Because there is always a market luring them to come and join them, right? So how you will do it? So in EPS we have seen that we give them the best facilities, like we give them subsidized lunch and breakfast. We have a free bus which runs from a station to office and again in the evening. We have fourth thing is freedom to work. Suppose you cannot come to office today, there is some problem, you can work from home. That kind of flexible timing I have. And fifth is we have got pension schemes, and we have got medical Bajaj alliances, say cashless whenever there is, and we have also included the parents. Initially only children and the spouse are included in the insurance claims, but in our office we have included the parents also. So if you see, most of the parents who are old, like actually they need more medical facility than the youngsters. So we have covered the elders also, and last time we had paid 13 lakhs as insurance premium policy. This year we have paid nearly 40 lakhs for insurance policy. Why? Because so many people have availed the facility for getting their parents like getting medical help.
I think the most important factor today that we talk about is employee stickiness. That is, what makes an organization different from the other. When you look at the competition, and if you look at my demographics, if you look at the, Generation Y people, the percentage of Gen Y people is predominant in EPS. I have some veterans with due respect with the expertise that they hold. Ma'am being one of them. We've got Mani sir, we've got multiple people who carried a varied experience of, almost 2.5 to 3 decades. That of course is a value add, and an expertise that they carry is unparalleled. But if you look at the Generation Y people, I think the biggest challenge is to hold them back. And I think we are very happy to flaunt that we are doing a super job in terms of retaining the talent. If you look at the statistics for the last calendar year, the attrition rate has just been 1.56%. So, that is a very clear indicator. I think it is a very clear indicator that, the employees are happy and satisfied. One thing which I strongly believe in, that it is mandate for every organization to have a fresh infusion of fresh blood, because they carry with them a repertoire of their knowledge and expertise that they've earned over the number of years of experience. So I think we with open arms welcome fresh blood, but at the same time not at the cost of our old employees, who are our resources, who are our strength, who are our core strength. As you said, do I see the attrition percentage going down, or there's a dip in attrition? There are some, I cannot get the attrition to zero. If I say it is zero, then it is unrealistic. because there are certain circumstances which are unavoidable, wherein somebody has to go, may what be offered to him or her. So that is a very important factor which we need to take in our stride and move on. Basically, we have got all the IT policies in place where we are very strict about all the IT policies and adherence of them. Secondly, we've got firewalls and everything in place. So the entire structure is totally, I would say leak proof, and there's nobody who can tamper anything of this sort, because the policies are very concrete and very well developed and very robust. So this is because we work hand in hand, and it's a technology department which takes the onus for this, the data security, for the entire organization. I think it's a recent phenomenon. I will not go very long back, probably one and a half hour, one and a half decades back. HR was considered, a manual machine wherein
Like
it was just
admin.
payroll processing. It was
Like
more of
admin.
administrative work.
Like admin it is.
But today we stand for ourselves. We are very clear, and I think we are the ones who are strategic decision makers along with the key members of the organization today.
Actually, if you ask me, we are the catalyst between the employee and the management.
So if you look at the employee engagement activities, look at the calendar that we have. I mean, I think people would be tired of participating, but we would not be tired of facilitating.
Okay.
And this time I've come forward and I have already taken 2 meetings with my second level of supervisors, wherein I've given them an open forum. Please tell me, what do you want for yourself and your team in terms of value add, in terms of learning and development.
Okay.
So I've given them an open forum this time. I said, you tell me what you want, I will facilitate, and accordingly I will have the my budget for training. Accordingly I will have the training calendar also published. I've left it so open to them this time, and they've come up to me.
Okay.
Every department per se, I think this is what we would want. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they've chalked it out. So I've told them, fine. Now the macro is ready. Now let's get into the micro. So now 28th again we are meeting, wherein they'll be giving me references or something that they know of, anybody that they know of, so I can start working on it. And then the viability, how viable is the option that they've come forward for. How does it work? So I will go back to them. So this is the culture of EPS. As transparent as possible. When you talk about investors having trust in us, so that trust is not only for the external members. You talk of the internal members. Internal members are kept posted about every development. There are regular town halls taken by our MD. I sit with them for skip meetings and we share. There's a lot of sharing of thought. Like I told you, we keep having these meetings. We talk about change management. We talk about the need of the hour. We talk about the participation. We talk, if you've seen, if you get some time, I'll show you the latest mails that I've sent to the female employees of the organization. We had a special training program organized for the ladies of EPS, wherein it was take charge. The agenda was take charge. And it was so well developed and so well put forward. But there was, I would say the participation was a little less because there was some strategic work in the organization. But again, I've reverted back to all my female employees that if we do not understand and remove time for these things, we will be seniors. But do you think seniority is a synonym for being meritorious? No. Today it has been overridden. And today people who are seniors, with due respect to the seniority and the experience that they carry, but today it is merit and performance which pays in the long run. Today look at the agility. The agility factor has become so predominant in corporates today. Now what I'm doing is of late is totally succession planning. Okay. Now whatever meetings we are taking, we are just talking to the second line. The top line, but the second level. So I would say we are empowering them.
Gearing up.
We are gearing them up. We are helping them to come up the curve in terms of the learning and development that they feel that they need for themselves also. Because I always tell them, be selfish as well as selfless. So when you're talking about some programs, look at yourself also. Tomorrow, today, I need to grow. So I think this is my area of improvement. I will help you. The organization will help you. Look at the team as well, because it's again teamwork and then organization. So when we start, it is me, then the team, then we as an
See,
organization.
20 years before, the change was not so big and it was not so fast.
It was incremental, and now there's
You could see the step gradual, change in the world. The demands were not so much. Now the world is changing so fast. If you don't adapt at whatever age you are left behind. It is just not seniority. I've been working for 20 years.
That's what I just
but
said.
you may be lacking in technology. You may be lacking in the approach.
and I keep telling them today,
Seniority
learning.
is not the only thing.
Correct.
The key to success is to change, adapt, and then move according to the times. That you cannot be in your comfort zone. You have to get out of your comfort zone.
Today, learning.
Age
and the best thing is,
age
apart
is
from learning,
nothing.
it is
Age,
unlearning.
If you're not
also.
fit, if you don't change, you are not there. Whatever seniority is not the only thing which is your seat is secure.
Right.
So today it is not
Right?
only learning, it is also unlearning. There's so many things, which have become redundant, which are not required.
See, the previous generation couldn't connect with the younger generation. Today you have to connect with the generation to grow. If you can't connect, you can never grow.
I think today the
You cannot
biggest
say,
thing is I
50.
keep attending webinars and seminars to how to deal with Gen Y, because that is what is the
this
need of the hour.
25-year-old. Sorry, if you cannot connect, then there's no point in sitting here. You have to connect. You have to connect to this generation. You have to get out of your comfort zone.
Right. Very interesting.
See, that is a fact of life today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Today, I have if I meet a younger fellow, he comes to me and says things. If I don't understand his attitude, how will I get my work done from him? How can I get the best out of him? Right? I am senior, you respect me. Nobody respects you. That's gone. Here it is output, what you are going to show, what work output you are going to give. It's a different one. That is a very different thing today.
I think that's a central focus today.
We have to change, and the younger generation.
And these younger generations, if not kept occupied, if not, because these are the people, they have, they ridicule even if they've seen their parents and their families who've taken years to come up the curve. But they don't want to move like this.
But they have seen growth like anything. For them, everything is on the platter. For us, we have to work for that. Everything is there for them.
And
right?
you have to keep them occupied. That is so important. See, the stickiness, when I say it is not the financial, luring. There could be organizations which could, though I very proud and I flaunt that we are, paying the best or the most competitive salaries in the market today. But even if, there could be, somebody getting a better offer in terms of the salary hike, which I don't doubt may be the case, maybe. But I still feel it is the connect that is very important with the Gen Y people. Because it is the need of the hour. Because they want to be occupied. They want to be participative. You cannot keep them in one room and aloof like it happened in the yesteryears. Okay, you do
we are
your work.
senior, we know everything. That is
okay,
gone.
we are seniors and you cannot participate.
That is gone. That's finished.
Today I've got multiple committees. I take the opinion of every person I've got. It's a diversified I've made an HR committee.
Okay.
Where I've got diversified members from every department. And I always share, okay, this is what I plan to do. This is the event coming. These are the changes that I plan to make in the policy manual. Please come up with your inputs. What is please vote. So it's an open voting forum.
Right. Interesting.
So even when we went for the picnic, we just went for, if you look at the way as I was telling, we've got, I think we are blessed to have an employer like EPS. At least I would say that, very honestly. Blessed is the word, and I repeat that. If you look at we had the annual picnic last month. We had taken the entire organization, the entire employee strength to Novotel, the 5-star of Imagica. And the next day we took them to the theme park. So 2 complete days, I would say, when I say 5-star, it is not something which is very big or very grand that I talk about. But I think, yes, I would say we are setting an example. I have not heard in my entire stint where the entire strength has been taken to a 5-star and, we've given them everything. We had Zumba arranged for them. We had a DJ party arranged for them. So, from A to Z, everything that we could do. I mean, I was there on my toes from the time we started, from the time we distributed, refreshments, from the time we were singing, dancing, the participation from all of us.
2 years back, we went to Goa. The
Yes.
whole compartment train, the whole one dabba was booked.
Wow.
So we keep looking at making these changes,
And
bringing
then
more
at
innovation.
that time we had interactive sessions with each department also there. It was mixed, like official
Official
and leisure, both.